You guys want to see me ride my horse?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Hold on, let me put it up here. Don't laugh
God.
at me. Because it holds
What's
up to 250
your pony-
pounds, so I'm okay.
What's your pony's name?
Henry, what's his name? Do we know? We don't know. Wait, can you see him?
Yeah, get on that horse, girl.
I hope it's great.
Hi-Yo Silver.
Wait, he talks. Hold on.
Look at this spacious suburban home.
We are in full holiday. We don't know what the heck is happening anymore.
Amy!
Howdy.
You might catch a cowboy girlfriend.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy, right? Is that how it goes? Yeah.
Yeah, sure does. Well, this is the jam. This is pretty much what this show is all about. I'm John Hanson. We got Amy Rutledge and Felicia Lawrence. We're in for a good night. It's Thursday night, my favorite night of the week. Thanks so much for joining us. Y'all ready with a little Chicago in 60 to start us off?
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Oh, you timed the woo woo with the horn. That's good. All right.
Yep.
Metra is changing their weekday schedule on 4 lines to be more efficient. They're going to change the Milwaukee North and West lines, North Central Service, and the Electric District line to go in effect January 11th. We just wanted to let you know, check your schedule, because I got on the wrong train once in Italy, and it did not end well. Oh, you don't want to get on the wrong one. You don't want to be waiting for one. So just a heads up to y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Okay. If you are looking to ring in 2021 by putting a ring on it, get what I did there, get in the online lottery to be the first ones in Cook County. Now, normally, I'm sure you guys have seen this where they camp out to try and get that coveted.
So cute. I know.
It is so cute. I know. One more cute, great thing ruined in 2020.
I want to get married again.
Well, let's not go that far.
There's laws about that. CookCountyClerk.com to prevent Felicia from doing that and for you to sign up. And last but not least, if you want to relive all the fun parts of Home Alone, like before Kevin got emotional and had to stop the burglars, you know, like when he's jumping on the bed, eating the candy all the time, you can do it too. Check this out. It's all part of Graduate Hotels Evanston. They are offering up the experience. I believe we got a couple pictures of it. And it's like, yeah, they've done up the room right. They look like the master bedroom, the 4-poster bed. They're up playing the movie.
Overly ornate bedroom.
If they provide the snacks, I'm doing this.
Oh, like the marshmallows and the sundae that he's eating while he's watching this movie with all the crap on it.
Cheese pizza
remember
he
that?
ordered.
I think the story in Time Out definitely said whether they were included or not, and I forgot to read that part. So my bad, but check it out, and it looks really cool. Oh, and 10% of the proceeds go to Lurie's Children's Hospital, which is awesome.
I think snacks not included.
Yeah, probably
You
not.
could bring your own snack. That's fine. Hey, talking about going somewhere, right? With the COVID numbers increasing, daily travel for the holidays is a big no-no. Now, many are still likely to do it. So some 9 million did it for Thanksgiving. Traveling between Christmas and New Year, especially dangerous with the winter weather you factor in. It's going to happen. We just had 2 feet of snow out east. The folks at Quote Wizard released its annual best and worst driver study in 2020. Wyoming, Virginia, and Colorado drivers were rated the most dangerous. Indiana came in at number 5. Illinois was ranked 43.
What is that blue?
Included other factors that are more COVID related. So those would also include seniors, states with seniors with underlying health conditions, as well as adult vaccination rates and also the case and death rates of COVID-19. There's elevated risk in a state like Indiana that rates lower on the best and worst drivers, as well as when you look at the COVID risk factors as well. A state like Indiana, if you are traveling from Illinois, could be a little riskier than other neighboring states.
Okay.
So you guys were asking about the states. Sorry, I was confused. What was it? Questions?
I was just wondering if, I don't know if Brian can pull this up again. It looks like there is a cloud of blue smoke over most of the continent. Like, what is that? Like, I get the color-coded thing, but what is that?
It's actually, John, it's actually a dinner placemat that you give to young children so that they learn how to, what the states are. And so that's the outline of it.
John, you're our weather guy. It's a cold front moving in, duh.
I was like, boy, it doesn't look good anywhere. That cold front's going to Alaska, Hawaii. Like, what is happening?
And the only reason I thought of that is because we have them for our kids.
Sorry.
It seems like there'll be a lot of folks on the road, so be safe, go slow, slow down, social distance, wear the mask, all the jazz, all the things we've been saying the last 9 months. If you could do it now, it'd be helpful.
I feel like we did all this at Thanksgiving. I don't feel like lecturing people anymore about this. Like we saw a big spike after Thanksgiving in certain places. You're going to do what you're going to do. Don't be stupid if you can.
Pretty much.
You can.
Pretty much.
What else I got to tell you? Do what you're going to do.
Yeah, be adults.
Between the pandemic and the election, 2020 has been the year for knowing exactly where your friends and family stand on hot button issues, like wearing a mask or the election or will you or will you not get a vaccine. Well, we've been told to ignore trolls and mute people we love but don't agree with. But is that really the best way to be a friend? So you find yourself, you end up shutting people off, John, because you are unable to build a connection because this wall, certain disagreements kind of build a wall up. Do you think that that's a good way to move, or should we try to engage?
Yeah, I have always have a problem with these sort of stories because I just feel like it's a very individual decision what you do. I don't come at it with an official mute button, right? I think a lot of people use this term a lot. I just stop engaging with people. If they come back to the table and they're a more sensible person later on, whatever, let bygones be bygones. But I don't make this official in or out list like I'm some modern day Santa Claus with a naughty and a nice list of my friends that I choose. I think it's weird.
Well, here's what I think too. I think especially if they're good friends, you shut them down if they're being stupid, right? If they're being stupid, if they're not, reading the audience, if they don't get the tone of the country and all those kind of things, educate them, shut them down a little bit. If they don't listen, then you got to go mute. I think there's a balance, right? Especially how much time you've invested and how much you love this person matters on your response to them, right?
Yeah. I just make my friends agree with me and then I don't have that problem.
Yeah, because you're still in, you're like a decade below me. Wait till you get up higher. They don't do that anymore.
What does age have to do with anything?
Everyone gets more brutally honest. You get older, the filters dissolve as you get older and all the stuff comes out of the mouth.
I could see that. No, I recently got into it with one of my friends over the vaccine. I think that we should be more open to taking a vaccine and do more research and be open to the possibility of how it could benefit. She does not think that. And I argued her down. And she said, okay, I get the science. However, I'm not going to do it. And that was the end of it.
Science.
She just doesn't want to do it. Okay.
Would you mute her or is she still okay? I mean, you can still chat with her.
She's still okay. And honestly, I still have about hope for her. I'm going to still give some information. You can't force people to do anything, but I think she'll come around.
As you realize, Felicia, she started to come around in the end. So that's a glimmer of hope that, you could bring her all the way around, maybe as she gets a little, a little bit more experience and gets a little more read and figures some things out, right? That's the whole point of life. You grow, you learn.
Yeah, she saw the facts, but she still chose otherwise.
Yeah, I've got 3 friends left and one of them's Enrique, so I can't afford muting too many of them. Okay, forget about BYOB. Yes, exactly. No, I can't mute him. Forget BYOB. This is BYOS, and it's taking place in northern Michigan. The S stands for shanty. Yes, bring your own shanty. The Sand Bar and Grill in Middleville opened up a parking lot to people who can't eat on the patio, right, to the cold. So a lot of people in Michigan have, homes where they actually do ice fishing. So they have these tents that they bring out onto the lake, and they fish in them. I think that was self-explanatory. They're calling this Shanty Land outside the restaurant. So if you don't own one of these, because you're not an ice fisherman like Felicia, you can rent one from the restaurant. I think this is really cute.
Genius. Absolutely genius. So we do like to camp, and so we've got the gear, and I would make Todd pop that tent in about 2 seconds. It might take him 2 hours, but he might go pop it.
Okay, so I was the person that doesn't go ice. I'm the person that doesn't go ice fishing, and I didn't know what a ice fishing shanty was. I had to look it up. And is there a difference between a shanty and a tent, or it's the same thing essentially?
Same thing essentially. There is a little bit of a difference, but I think both would work in this situation.
So if there's no heater or no bathroom in either of those, I don't want to do either of them.
Girl, you gotta camp more.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're ice fishing, there's already a hole in the ice, so you can do that. I just cannot get past Amy suggesting that her husband takes 2 hours to pitch his tent. So that sounds like
I meant the actual tent. Yeah.
Todd's like a brother, so no.
Okay, we have got to get off this and move on. Yes. Okay. Oh, this is serious face now because we're talking about more subjects. All right. Mayor Lightfoot apologizing. Biden expected to make history with his next cabinet selection. We have details coming up in both those stories and more in News You Need to Know.
No, Jennifer.
Only written articles. It only has written articles.
Gosh, my leg hurts. All right, time for news you need to know. Chicago police say the person responsible for killing a retired Chicago firefighter is a 15-year-old boy. Investigators say the teen was part of a so-called carjacking crew that followed retired Lieutenant Dwayne Williams earlier this month. The trio attempted to steal Williams's car at gunpoint. He fought back, exchanging shots with the suspects before they drove off. The 65-year-old died from a shot to the stomach. The teen now faces several charges, including multiple counts of first-degree murder.
A tragedy. On to more news. President-elect Joe Biden continues making history. His administration says he plans to nominate Representative Deb Haaland as Interior Secretary. Now, if confirmed, she would be the first Native American to hold the position. And many have been lobbying for her to take the department's reins as it manages public lands and honors treaties with Native American tribes. So clearly she has the background and would be able to do this job efficiently. And this would be a first, which would be really cool.
Yeah. It's been interesting to see that how he's managed his cabinet. He's doing a pretty good job of making it pretty diverse. As we go forward, you're just seeing more.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cabinet he said he would appoint that would look like America. This is just one more addition that certainly represents that. What an interesting placement in the Interior Secretary. The Interior Department has gone head-to-head against many indigenous people over its 150-some-year history, really butting heads against Native American tribes, especially for treaties that were, of course, abused by the federal government. So this is a huge pick, not only in symbolism, but obviously in terms of what she's going to be able to do to help, hopefully, mend some of the wrongs that have been committed in the past. Take a look at this.
I made it very clear to the Corporation Council that I will not be blindsided by issues like this. Filing a motion against a media outlet to prevent something from being published is something that should rarely, if ever, happen. And had I been advised that this was in the works, I would have stopped it in its tracks. This is not how we operate.
So the mayor's second mea culpa in as many days. The first went to Anjanette Young, the social worker whose home was wrongfully raided by Chicago police nearly 2 years ago. Today, I mean, it was kind of a litany of apologies that the mayor issued. Today, she offered up a second one, this time claiming that Young never filed a FOIA. She had said that the day before for for the body cam footage that showed her handcuffed, naked, and telling officers that she had the wrong home. She claimed that yesterday and admitted that that was wrong today. And also, she says she had been briefed on the video last year, but she says she doesn't remember the exchange that she had with her staff. And she also took out her frustrations on Tuesday with reporters, the Tribune's Gregory Pratt specifically, and she apologized for that today. What I want to know, and I'm going to go to you first, Felicia, as a Black woman in this community, do apologies like this, and a pretty strong one, I'd say, on her part, do anything to repair some of the damage that has been done?
Let me say that it is a lot of words, and I think that the community is so tired that at this point they just want to hear action. And I don't think the frustration is so much with Mayor Lightfoot, who hasn't been in a position that long as mayor, but even more so just with Chicago Police Department. People are tired of these oops moments, they're tired of getting the short end of the stick when it comes to community policing. So at this point, I think people just want to hear actions. I think it is good that she got on this platform. This story made it around the country over the last few days. I think it's great she got on used her platform to just say this is wrong, this is not okay, and to talk about the shortcomings and shed light on those. But at this point, we got to see change. We got to see action. That's really all that matters right now.
Yeah, so I had kind of a similar feeling because you think about it. And so this happened in February of 2019. She was not sworn in as mayor until several months later. So a lot of this had already gone down before she was sworn in as mayor. So she may have known, may not have known, like what her level of involvement it was in the very beginning might have been pretty small. So I can see at this point, it got kind of swept under the rug a little bit before she got to a point where it got involving, So I want to give her that buffer a little bit. Now, she did admit to lying too, and yesterday, and that upsets me 1,000,000%, because you can't do that in this day and age, especially because she holds a position that so many of us look to as like grateful, right? She's the first woman of LGBTQ community to hold a mayor's position. Right. She is a Black female mayor in the city of Chicago. She probably is held to a different standard than others, and that's not necessarily right, but I need her to charge through and be good and do it right because she's breaking the wall for so many of us. So that's where I got a little frustrated and kind of sad about it.
Yeah, I felt like her words were heartfelt in many ways. The one thing I caution on is that she still claims she doesn't remember exchanges with her staff about this, which could entirely happen. There's a lot going on, obviously, on the mayor's desk. But I think one of the reasons she had to talk today is because you better believe reporters are going to FOIA all the emails related to this. And she could not in any way come out saying she had never heard of this. And then all of a sudden there's emails back and forth. So I think a lot of it was a little self-serving.
And as you mentioned, go ahead. I was going to say, as you mentioned yesterday, Amy, that this is what she ran her whole entire campaign. And on the heels of the long drawn out Laquan McDonald saga and all the pain and the hurt and the frustration that caused in the community, we are looking for Mayor Lightfoot to be our saving grace. And it doesn't feel 100% fair, but at the same time, this is when you sign up for a leadership position like that, you cannot have shortcomings like that. You cannot have these moments of forgetfulness.
I think yesterday's press conference was a prosecutor talking. I think today's press conference was a politician talking.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. Oh, very much so, John. Yeah. And this is not going to go away anytime soon, so we'll see what happens next.
Yeah, for sure. And now we'll be right back.
Something wrong. I was like, shit. Okay. Got it. Hey, guys, that's tomorrow's forecast. Going to be a little bit of cloudy, some sunshine, but cold, kind of where it should be for this time of year.
Time is running out to get, it's a last minute gift at this point, but luckily lifestyle expert Carmen Ordonez is here to help us out. Carmen, you got some gifts in front of you. I know going on the internet's a good plan. What should we be doing here with like a week left?
Well, I love taking advantage of online marketplaces such as Facebook Marketplace. It's an easy and convenient way to shop for those last minute gifts within your community and on a budget. You'll be able to find one-of-a-kind gifts such as custom cutting boards, to personalized ornaments, to hard-to-find items such as bicycles and fitness equipment. It's super easy to search. All you have to do is type in what you're looking for and then filter by location and price. You can also communicate directly with the seller via Messenger.
You can find some really unique things on those marketplaces you probably had never thought of before. All right, what are some good last-minute gift ideas for someone that's just scratching their head, has no idea what to do?
Yeah, well, this is a gift I have a feeling everyone is going to enjoy, especially after this year with so many of us working from home, virtual chatting, or just streaming your favorite holiday movie, or perhaps just enjoying that new gadget or gaming system. I say, why not give the gift of fast Wi-Fi? Starting at $129, the all-new Aero 6 series features Wi-Fi 6. This is the latest technology for faster speeds, higher performance, as well as even more support for simultaneously connected devices. It's super easy to set up. You just follow the in-app instructions, and you can also mix and match Aero devices. So definitely a really great gift for friends and family, so they never miss a connection. You could say goodbye to that annoying buffering and dead zones. This is definitely on my wish list for sure.
Let's say Santa's already done. Really good. Nice job, Santa. We appreciate that. But we're just looking for last-minute stocking stuffers.
Well, when it comes to stocking stuffers, I always like to include something sweet like fun candy. Here we have Frutella. This is a candy brand that has been delighting European families for 90 years. They're now available in the US with the launch of their soft gummies. And these are made with real fruit puree as the first ingredient. They're crafted in Italy, and they're just better, simple ingredients the entire family can enjoy. They come in 2 delicious flavors, strawberry raspberry, as well as peach and mango, my favorite. And you can find these in select Walmart stores as well as nationwide on Amazon. So really great stocking stuffer.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, and it seems like something unique and different than maybe some of the other traditional candies that people kind of go for. All right, what other items are on the must list this year? Things that people may not have thought of.
I personally love gifts that give back. And this year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is having their annual Thanks and Giving campaign. This is when they partner with more than 60 brands to offer gifts that give back to benefit their life-saving mission, which is finding cures, saving children. For example, we have this luggage tag from Tumi that's inspired by the patient's heart, to this limited edition snow globe from Home Goods, as well as these heirloom ornaments from Mark and Graham. And some, if not all of the proceeds of these gifts go to help fight childhood cancer. So what better way to get your shopping done and also give back to such an important cause?
Carmen, these are great tips. Where can people find out more information about these?
For more information, you can head on over to betterstuffforlife.com.
Perfect.
It's making noises.
Oh my God, this hurts my butt more than I thought it would. I didn't hear any of that.
Now, Amy, you don't get to file for workers' comp if you get injured on a horse just because it's during a meeting.
No, the back is bothering me because I have like some issues with the cable and I'm like trying to be close but not too close, and so I'm doing this weird back thing. The horse, my butt hurts. I'm okay with it. Listen, I had kids so I could play with Oh, he used them already today.
And the pitch at 10 got an X.
Yes. I got a ding at the top of the show for something else, too. Oh, you know what time it is? It's John's favorite evening. It's Eve
I
of the
love
Eve.
Thursday.
It's Thursday.
Oh.
I know you love Thursday. That's so weird to me because I love Fridays.
Full of
I know. I was
possibility.
gonna say. I feel like we always talk about this. Friday is the best day, though. Like Thursday is a close second, but not better than Friday.
The anticipation.
Anticipation. My kids are running over my head. They're doing laps right now, so they must have had a really good day.
I kind of heard that. I was wondering what was going on in the house.
If it's really loud, that is the twins.
The horse is loose.
The horse is loose. All three of them.
All right, guys, let's jump into this. The Chicago Blackhawks announced today that they are not going to follow the Cleveland Indians or the former Cleveland Indians lead and change their name or their mascot name. The new CEO, it's been kind of a turnover week or a change in the guard at Blackhawks headquarters this week. The new CEO, Danny Wirtz, he said that he respects Cleveland's decision but plans to keep the name the same and continue partnerships that they've had with many Native American groups. The Hawks have done some things over the past couple of years. They've banned headdresses that a lot of fans used to wear at the United Center. For perspective on this, editor of Indian Country Today, which is a publication, says many Native Americans don't have a problem with the Blackhawks name, but he does say that the Indian head logo has to go and was quoted as saying, "I'm not a caricature." You guys know, a lot of y'all know I work for the Blackhawks, so I'm actually going to sit this one out and let you guys chat about this one.
Okay. Gotcha. Good call, Jen. Okay, so here's my thing. Obviously, I'm not, well, not obviously, but I am not a Native American woman. So I don't necessarily feel that I have a place to say what should or should not happen. Now, my personal opinion is I don't feel like the Blackhawks are the same as a lot of the other organizations. They've done a lot in recent years to really educate the public about Native American history and their culture. So I thought that was a good thing. And maybe having them keep the name the Blackhawks and the Indian head helps cultivate more learning about that history. If you take it away, are people going to learn as much? Maybe not. So that's how I feel about that. And if you've ever walked in the Blackhawks locker room, that Indian head is sacred. They treat that thing like it is a $100,000 diamond ring. No one steps on it. No one touches it. You don't even look sideways at it. It is a emblem they cherish so much.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you sharing that because I didn't know that. And of course, sharing just how they've tried to approach this situation, how this could be a great learning opportunity for people. I didn't think of it like that in that perspective. I do feel like that the outreach that the Blackhawks has done, specifically in recent years, has been very genuine. And I think that they have made a genuine attempt to build a connection and a bridge and try to educate the Chicago community, their community, all of that. However, part of it I can see why the Native community, members of the Native American community would still feel some kind of way about this, would still be upset about this, just because it's like at the end of the day, they're still choosing to make money instead of just changing it. And again, we preface this conversation by saying we don't represent the Native American community, but I can see how that would still be offensive to them. I don't fully know what the right answer here is, but I mean,
at least, Tommy Hawk, it's you're looking at Tommy Hawk does not portray that either. So that is at least a good thing too. So their mascot's not portraying that, but it's a tough one. It is a tough one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, season 3 of Mr. Iglesias just dropped on Netflix, and one of the stars of the show, Fabrizio Guido, also known as Mikey, which is to talk about this brand new season. Hey, man, been a minute. Good to see you again.
I know. It is good to see you, friend. I'm glad to be here.
Exactly. Hey, last time we were talking, you weren't drinking age yet, but you've turned 21 recently. What was the first drink you had?
I did. I turned 21 during during the pandemic in May. Shout out to all my Geminis out there. What was the first drink I had? See, it was so much fun. I can't even remember. I think I just had a regular Corona. Like that was it. Yeah, it was nice and warm on my birthday, and I had a few friends that were able to come over, and that was the move for the day, and it was a good time, and it was really, really chill, and I was just I was happy. Like,
what have you been doing to stay occupied? Well, twiddling your thumbs.
Well, I've been doing a lot of writing. I've been doing a lot of reading. At one point during the pandemic, I did like just take a road trip. There was two times where I took a road trip with friends. Once was on 4th of July, where I was just with like a couple friends of mine, and we just decided we wanted to drive up to San Francisco. And then I went to Yosemite with a couple other friends. Another time that was really cool.
Helping my students believe they can make history.
Marisol and I are going on a date.
That's the real gig.
Well, now you got this Netflix series out, Mr. Iglesias, working with Gabriel Iglesias. You've told me before you were a fan of Gabriel Iglesias before getting the gig, so it's got to be cool actually working with this, legendary comedian.
Yeah, Gabe is super sweet, and it just, you never know what you're going to get with someone when you see them on screen and then you meet them in real life. But Gabe is just someone I respect as an artist, and I always say it, I respect as a person, because like now I've known him and he's someone I can call a friend, and I just got so much admiration and respect for Gabe. He's super talented, and I look up to him. I always have. He's always been someone that's made me laugh, and now it's like, he's someone that's a support system in a way.
Oh, I added Mikey in a cheerleading outfit rooting for me.
And your character, Mikey, on the show has a little romance sparking up. Yeah? What can you tell us about season 3?
Well, season 3 is definitely, it's paying off. All the seeds we planted in 1 and just part 2, it's definitely starting to pay off. And you're right, there is more romance in the air. And, Mikey's getting more, he's become a little more suave. Things are kind of going his way, and it's really cool to see that. That's new to us. What more can I ask for? Really, it's beautiful.
I love that, man. Hey, congratulations again. You do great in the show. It's an amazing show. And hey, I'm hoping everybody watches it. So you can see the information on your screen for Fabrizio and season 3 of Mr. Iglesias. It's now on Netflix.
So be sure to check that out. So if you have 10,000 holiday lights sitting around, you too could deck out your building like this one in Uptown. The neighbors at Agatite Harbor decked out its courtyard early on during quarantine. And there are half a dozen hand-painted signs and 25 inflatables in the backyard. Really cool. Oh, and look how inclusive that is.
So
awesome.
cute.
If you have holiday lights of your own that you want to show off, hey, send them to us, okay? Snap a photo, share it with us at cw26chicago.com, because we're partnering with ComEd's Energy Efficiency Program to bring you holiday lights, and we want to feature your images on the air and on our social media. The picture we saw a second ago. Was from Lyle. A family from Lyle sent that in, so make sure you send it in, guys. There it is.
There it is. The only thing that would make that look better is a little snow, right? And everyone's wondering about a white Christmas. So I have some. Okay. Oh no, I want at least something. So I think me and Amy are going to be excited if we got the 7-day forecast. Wednesday night, that's the 23rd, next Wednesday. It looks like there's a front coming through that's going to drop temperatures. That temperature is actually wrong on that Thursday. That should read in the 20s. My bad. It's going to get a lot colder. It's going to be very chilly on Thursday, and those temps are going to fall. So if we get some precipitation Wednesday night into Thursday morning, it will be snowfall. So we might get one. Not a lot, Felicia. Like half an inch to an inch.
A dusting. I just want a dusting.
Okay. All right. I think we might.
Okay, guys. Felicia, you'll be happy to know Little Jam Jam's back. So if y'all watch the show, you remember that's the name Felicia gave the owl found in the Rockefeller Christmas tree. So the little guy is now the main character in a new Christmas book called Rockefeller, the Christmas Owl. It follows his adventures, meeting new friends like Santa Claus, going through New York. And of course, like most kids' books, it's filled with a bunch of meanings and lessons and blah, 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 blah.
I don't know if this reflects the culture, because Lil Jam Jam got his name because he's from around the way. That's how she got her name.
Mm-hmm. Is she?
Just another. Here's the man profiting off the back of a hardworking owl, and that owl ain't gonna see a dime. That's all I'm gonna say.
Not gonna see a dime. And where's the owl today? Do we really know where the owl is?
Who?
Do we care?
Okay. Probably not. Do we know? Do we care? All questions to be answered.
Yes.
Well, it sure feels like this has been the longest year ever, and it's hard to keep track of what did and what did not happen in the past 12 months, okay? So, through the end of the year, we're going to be playing a little game we're calling Hindsight is 2020. Did that match the graphic? Did it feel big enough?
It was great.
No, you got another try. Oh, lighting.
You nailed it.
We had to do it twice.
Okay.
Yeah, we did it twice there. So the rules are basically first person to say if it did or did not happen in 2020 gets a point. Bonus point for anyone who can name the correct month and year of when it happened. So let's go with our first event. Okay. Did this happen? And can you remember what month?
No, that was not 2020.
Not 2020. Have no idea otherwise.
It feels like 2019.
I'm going to go December 2019.
No!
Oh,
really? Nuts.
Well, you were close, John.
We should have known that a year was going to be that long when a movie that long came out at the beginning of it. So,
good point.
Okay, let's see our next one. Beto O'Rourke ends his presidential campaign. When did that happen?
Y'all try.
Come on, John.
Wait, weren't we still in studio for that?
I think it was January 2020. I think it was right at the beginning of the year.
2020. Yeah. I'm not going to say January, but 2020.
It wasn't February. Oh, wow. God. Yeah, you were the real loser. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Beto O'Rourke. Wow. Yeah, get out of here. Okay.
All right, give us our next one. We are batting 1,000 here.
Mystery seeds from China show up in the mail.
Oh, that was 2020. That's 2020. I know that one.
Mystery seeds? What were they?
It was like a couple months ago, actually.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that. Did we talk about it on the show?
Maybe not, but
Amy was Chinese for a couple years.
Yeah, Amy got that one. Good job, Amy.
Amy was Chinese for a couple years. We got one more, right?
One more?
She lived in China, Felicia.
Same thing. Totally same thing, Felicia. Totally.
Oh, no, that's it. My bad. That's it. Okay, that's it. They said stop talking. Let's put a bow on this.
All right.
You guys suck.
Yeah, our EP just let us know we suck. Yeah, we nailed that one, guys.
Whoa. Oh, all right. Let's move on. New podcast is giving us all the behind-the-scenes drama from one of most iconic 90s shows, straight from two of its stars. I'm going to talk with them coming up right after the break. For a decade, they kept us glued to our TV screens as they navigated life at West Beverly High. Now, real-life BFFs Jennie, Garth, and Tori Spelling are reminiscing their days at the Peach Pit in a new podcast, 90210 OMG. Ladies, thanks so much for joining me.
Hi.
Jennie, I'm going to start with you. It has to be so fun for you guys to, A, rewatch the show and give you an excuse to hang out together.
It's true. Tori and I are best friends in real life, which a lot of people don't really believe, but it's true. And we haven't sat down and watched the show from the beginning ever. So now we get to do it. We get to watch from episode 1. I think now on the podcast, we're on like episode 5, but we have so many more to go. But we're having so much fun watching it now as sort of fans of the show and looking at it from a different perspective.
Yeah, I hate to think that 30 years have gone by since the show started because it makes me feel really old, but it's got to be so much fun. And Tori, have you guys, I know you're pretty early on, are you seeing stuff that you don't even remember taping?
Oh, for sure. Every single second. But it's really cool to see that and be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that happened. And then like we like just go off on tangents and rants because that's our relationship in real life. So we'll just be like, oh, do you remember when this happened? And like, it just triggers so many like awesome memories. And it's like in real time, we're sharing it with the fans as we're remembering like the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, we kind of grew up with the fans, so it's really fun to watch it and have it like an adult perspective on things. And yeah, we don't remember half the stuff that happened, so it's fun to go back.
Are your kids watching it just yet?
My older ones have started watching it.
Okay.
I mean, the two of us, we have 8 kids, but yeah, when we did BH 90210 last summer, the 2 oldest ones like really got into like starting to watch it. I think they're still on season 1, so I gotta tell them like, come on, get with it. But it was like new for them, and they loved like hanging out with all of the cast kids. Like we had all our kids on set last summer. Like that was craziness.
My girls are all older. They're teenagers, so they've all watched it. I made them wait, though, until they were teenagers because it's kind of risque. There's a little bit of, stuff I wasn't ready for them to see, but they've all watched it and they love it. And now they're kind of they dip in and out as I have to rewatch the show for the podcast. We sometimes will watch it together, which is really fun.
Yeah, because I think people forget nowadays, I mean, the issues that you guys tackled on the show were very, very serious and bold for evening television back then.
Yeah, I mean, already on the podcast, like I said, we're only on episode 5, but we've already done, drinking and teenage drinking. What else? Racism.
Dating an older man. Like,
oh yeah, older men, like lying about your age, stealing the car, like all kinds of controversial things. And there's so many more.
As now you guys have done a million other projects, do you still get recognized as much for 90210 or from some more recent things?
I mean, it's always going to be 90210.
But we're not mad at that. Like,
no.
It's not that thing like, wait, I've done all these other projects. It's like, we're so grateful. That's what launched our careers, and it was so meaningful. Like, we're super proud of it. Like, we'll be done like forever, and we love that.
Yeah.
Talking about all the things that you guys do together, I remember, maybe it was about a year ago, were you guys going to start working on a project about a Christmas movie or an anti-Christmas movie? And what happened with that?
Yes, we're still developing it.
Yeah.
It is, you're right, it's like an anti-Christmas movie, but we can't wait to shoot that because it's such a fun script, and it's just the opposite of pretty much all the other Christmas movies out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we want to mix it up a little.
Yeah, we like doing things that are like new and kind of obviously like with BHN, things that are unexpected.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah,
happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays to you too. And you can keep up with Tori and Jennie on social media and episodes of their 90210 OMG podcast available now on Apple and Spotify.
Krista's on assignment, so it's time for trending hot takes.
Hot
Make them quick,
takes.
make them hot, make them spicy. Here we go. Cardi B launching a new show on social media, Cardi Tries. Today she tried to do ballet. She's going to make sushi, wigs, play basketball. Felicia, make it hot.
Yeah, Cardi tries to do a lot of things. The only one thing she should do is stick to rap. Try doing that. Just do that.
Amy, get spicy.
No, I want to see her collect garbage because I want to see how she does it with those nails. How do you pick things up? And I was trying to come up with whatever she could do with her hands. It required a lot of hand work, so I want to see her.
That one.
using the
That's a
hands.
point. That's a point for Amy. All right, 5 staff members of Mission Impossible 7 have quit after Tom Cruise's outburst. One interesting nugget: the actor has spent $700,000 of his own money to house the staff on cruise ship. So that begs the question: should cruises cruise crow? Amy.
First of all, John, you're not Dr. Seuss. You lost.
I tried though. I tried. That was hot. So what's your take? Oh, that's your take. All right, Felicia.
That's my take.
I can't even get past the question. No. Everyone's blowing this way out of proportion just because it's Tom Cruise and there was video. Just get over it. Take it up with HR, move on, get back to doing your job. Everybody needs the money. Just move on. It's ridiculous.
Felicia gets the point. 1-1. Coming to America 2 is coming to Amazon Prime in March, and we're getting to look. Here's Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall 32 years later. Are they going to get this right? Are you excited? Worried? Felicia, make it hot.
I'm excited. You got almost all the original people involved in making and producing this film. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Just what we need to put a little bow on this crazy year.
I am so excited about this movie. I love the original, but I'm bummed that they're only releasing pictures and not videos because it makes me think that it's going to suck. So hopefully in the next couple days they release the videos to counteract what I'm thinking right now.
Right. So because they have photos, it can't be good. They're gonna get the trailer together. It's just not together
It
yet.
just seemed a little, I was like, well, if it's gonna be great, show it to me.
All right. I'm giving the point to Felicia. I even forgot what you said already. All right, this one's good. A Michigan couple has to pay their son after they threw out his porn collection. The son, wait for it, is 42 years old. He moved in with his folks 5 years ago. They threw away 12 boxes of porn, magazine, and toys. He sued. The judge agreed. Now the parents got to pay him for the porn. Amy.
Boy, your lazy A gonna come live in my house, in my basement. I am gonna do what I want with it, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Get out and take your junk with you if you want my help.
Oh,
Felicia. I think just give the point to Amy because she said it and it should have way more cuss words. I'm going to say the same thing with a whole bunch more expletives.
All right, tied
42 years
2-2.
old, what are you doing, man? The parents should be sued. They should be sued for coddling.
All right. Tied 2-2, and here comes the tiebreaker. Did the 2020 election make you so hyped up that you want to blow something up? Well, Atlantic City giving President Trump's critics a chance to blow up his old casino. An auction is set up to see who gets to press the button. Felicia, make it hot.
I got at least $5K on it. At least $5K.
Where's my paddle? I need a paddle or a flamethrower. What do I do?
I'm going with Felicia. She wins hot takes, and we'll be back after this.
You suck, John.
Wow. Henry, what do you think of your mom doing this, Henry?
It's dumb.
You do it all the time.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's 9 or 10.
Oh my God.
Alexa, play Pony.
That is one strong pony. Whew.
It only feels right to end the show.
Put John on blast for not knowing how old your kid is, Amy.
Yeah, John.
He's 10. He's 10 now, right? He's 10.
Yeah, because I told you today.
Oh.
How old are my other ones, John?
3.
How old are the other
But
ones?
just barely. 3.
No, 3.5. They're almost 4.
This year doesn't count for anything. I have no idea. Like, I know they turned 3 when we were stuck in our bedroom. So
that is very
unfortunately,
true.
we're
very
still
right.
there.
This is why you guys have. This is why you have kids, because you can play with all the toys. The toys are epic, and the bigger the kids get, the better the toys get. That's why I'm advocating
Amy,
become a parent.
Yeah. I don't know. Don't ride that horsey no more. It was the weirdest thing I've seen in a while. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone.